50 years ago, Venezuela had one of the most prosperous economies in the entire world due to oil, and had the highest wages of all of Latin America. But then, the oil prices collapsed, and now $1 is worth over 2 million bolivar, which means minimum wage is less than $1 a month. Yes, you heard me right, $1 a month. And with a loaf of bread at the cost of 50 cents and the minimum required amount of money at $6.50 for food alone per person, you can imagine how hard life becomes to support your family. Once the richest and most prosperous country in the world, now the worst economy anyone's ever seen in mankind. From street crime to gangs, drug dealing, and the world's largest slums, Venezuela is undoubtedly the most unstable and dangerous country in the world. And that's why hundreds of thousands are fleeing the country and walking to the United States. And there's just like so many people that are struggling trying to make it down here and make it to the United States. Wild. All these Venezuelans in the streets just trying to wash your window, just wipe your window down for a piece of change. Pretty sad. ¿Por qué aquí?
¿Por qué me vine? Me vine porque la situación está muy fea y me voy para Estados Unidos a buscar mejor vida, ¿me entiendes?
¿Usted caminó por Estados Unidos?
Yo caminé por el Darién, por Estados Unidos, todas esas cosas, patrón. Yo me la vi fea, ¿para qué, patroncito? Pasé muchas cosas, vi muertos en la selva. Sí. Eso es de locura, patrón, eso es de locura. ¿Para qué contarle? Y aquí estoy como usted me ve ganándome la monedita para decir con mi pasaje y me voy hacia los Estados Unidos, México, todo eso, pero tengo que hacer mi pasajito ganándome la voluntad, usted sabe, patrón.
¿Mucha gente?
Sí, demasiado.
Todo.
Demasiado, patrón.
Muchos problemas por Venezuela.
Venezuela tiene muchos problemas.
Sí.
Demasiado.
Toda la gente se voy por Colombia, por Venezuela.
Colombia, Panamá.
Sí, por
caminando,
sí,
todo caminando.
por Estados Unidos.
Sí, para Estados Unidos. ¿Ustedes allá? Padre, nosotros vamos con la mente de estar allá bien, de ser buena persona.
Sí, pero gente creo es de americano sueño, pero no más. Es mucho gente es muerta en la calle, mucha gente es vivo en la calle. Estados Unidos también es mucha gente es por la policía, muerte gente.
Sí, mucha problemas.
Sí. Pasa mejor en Venezuela, pero es mucho problemas mismo. Pero, hey bro, suerte.
Brother, muchas gracias yo, brother.
Sí, buena suerte.
Dios te cuide y Dios te bendiga, Dios te siga bendiciendo.
Por mí habla de gente en YouTube.
Usted tiene gente en YouTube, yo soy Rubén Suárez, de Venezuela.
Absolutely.
Ganándome la monedita por acá, vea, el país de Venezuela.
These guys are out here trying to make it. Sí. Hey bro.
Dios te bendiga.
Okay, brother. It's sad. There's so many people out here. So many people just walking from whatever country they live in, going to the United States. It's very hard to see. And this is what they do. They just sit out on the road, hope for a couple pieces of change to get them to the next town, and then keep on moving. ¿Por qué usted por California?
Venezuela, por la economía, porque usted por más que trabaje en Venezuela, usted trabaja, el sueldo es de semanal $5 a la semana. A la quincena usted tiene que trabajar 15 días sin comer para poder comprar un mercado de comida y no le alcanza para nada. Y si tiene novia, no la puede invitar a salir a un helado, no la puede invitar a nada, y pues por eso es que vamos para Estados Unidos a trabajar. Todos no somos iguales, todos no somos... No, hay muchos hermanos que han hecho el daño y por uno pagamos todo, pero gracias a Dios yo sé soldar, trabajar, pintar, y muchas personas me han apoyado y aquí estoy humildemente limpiando vidrio para ganarme el día, porque no hay que quedarse en el abandono. Pero aquí, gracias a Dios, bien, voy para California.
Sí,
bro. California, trabajar.
Mucho larga. ¿Cuántos días por estar en la calle?
En la calle por el Darién pasamos 7 días.
7.
7 días.
¿Cuántos días en Costa Rica?
Tengo como 15 días.
15 días.
Estoy haciendo los pasajes para ir, porque ahorita todo es dinero.
¿Cuándo más días por Estados Unidos?
Para Estados Unidos como una una semana más o no, un mes más o en diciembre quisiera estar en Estados Unidos.
Diciembre.
Diciembre, para trabajar. Quiero
sí.
llegar a trabajar,
Sí.
que den oportunidad porque cerraron el paso. Por uno pagamos todo, pero otro vamos con otra mentalidad. Pero sí es posible, sí se puede. Hay mucha gente bondadosa, ayuda y bendiciones.
Hey, bro.
Thank you.
Cuidado en Texas. Cuidado en Texas. Gente es en Texas. Muerte, gente es por México, por mexicanos. Usted en la property en Texas. Gente es muerte, sí. So, cuidado, amigo. Sí, por vida. Just another one out in the streets. Walking his way down. It's wild, man. A pandemic. This is a pandemic. Man, this is heartbreaking, man. This is months later, and these guys are still out here just trying to make it to the United States. I mean, this guy's got his daughter on his shoulders here. People are really struggling out here, man. Let's go talk to my man, see what's going on. My man. I'm gonna let him do his thing real quick. Gotta get his money where he can. There's another group of them over here. I think they're all together here. ¿Usted es Venezuela? Amigo, buen día, bro. Soy un youtuber. The voice por usted, por habla de gente, por todas cosas, por necesito ayuda, por gente, ¿cuánto tiempo por estar en la calle?
La calle tenemos en estos momentos, tenemos un mes en la calle, pues,
Un mes.
en la calle.
YouTube. Por mira. Eso es por usted. Es comida, pollo, agua, té frío.
Padre, Dios lo bendiga,
Sí.
hermano.
Amigo, lo siento por todo. Solo busco por la gente. ¿Un gente habla inglés o no?
Inglés, no.
No, nada. Ok.
Puro español, pues.
Sí. ¿Cuántos días por ustedes aquí?
Aquí ya llevo 2 días, llegué ayer, pues.
Sí.
Y me voy ya el domingo ya para...
¿Usted aquí mañana?
Sí, voy hasta mañana aquí.
Así me voy por mi amigo y habla español y inglés por translate por mis amigos y
Ya.
por mis amigos necesito de gente de Estados Unidos no conozco eso, es mucho problemas, mucho basura, muchas cosas y es mi trabajar por usted.
Ya.
Amigo.
Dios lo bendiga, hermano.
Por vida chicas.
Gracias, dígale chao.
Chao. Buena suerte.
Gracias, padre, igual.
It's absolutely heartbreaking seeing these guys out here. He's got his girls out here trying to put in work, you know? Gotta do what I can, To create a story, you need a beginning, a middle, and an end. Setup, conflict, resolution. Unfortunately, this story has no resolution. These guys are out here still to this day, just struggling to make $1 to just get to the next spot, to the next, anywhere north. If you're going north, please just take me north. That's all they want. It is a very terrible situation that's happening. They have no choice but to try to get to the United States. But there is no resolution in the United States either. From what I understand, even if you get to the United States and you get there and you, which most of them won't, and we'll get to that. Even if you get there and you're there for a couple months in asylum, eventually immigration is going to want to do paperwork and get you legal, and if you're not able to get legal, then you got to go. They're going to send you back to your country, and I mean, you just did all that for nothing. And the stories that I've heard from some of these guys are so terrible. I wanted to get out there with a translator and, you know, try to ask them questions and get a couple of stories, but at the end of the day, like, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Like, it doesn't sit right with me to go put a camera in these people's face to try to get a pity story for a YouTube video so you guys can see how terrible it is. It's just terrible. Some of the things that I've heard, one of the worst stories that I heard was a guy and his wife and the kids. They were crossing the Darien Gap with, you know, hundreds of other people, and his wife and his daughter got swept away in the river, and he wanted to go back to try to get his wife and his kid. And like, the people were like, listen, like, you can go back and get your wife and your kid. They're dead. You can do that. You can go back and try to find 2 dead people. But we are heading north. So you can either come or you can go back and try to find your wife and kid. But we're out of here. And there he was in Costa Rica telling the story. So that is one of just hundreds and hundreds of stories that these people are going through. And I mean, I've seen countless pregnant women walking with their babies. I've heard stories of people coming back. They were on their way back, you know, I'm talking to them, and they said, yeah, we went to the States, we tried, we got to Mexico, they raped all our women, took all our passports and our money, and they sent us back. So they were walking back to Venezuela. Just incredible. Like, I have goosebumps thinking about it. It's absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible. There is no resolution. I don't know what to do. I can't help them all. I can give a chicken away, you know, I can give a chicken or 2 away, but that is about where it ends for me. I don't know what to do for these people. And just yesterday, like, I wanted to go get a story from a guy. I went out to I saw him. I went home, I grabbed my camera, I came back, and the police were in the streets, like, telling him, like, yo, either get the hell out of here or you're going to jail. And it's just like, like, what can you do? What can you do for these people? It's absolutely terrible. I don't know where this ends. Unfortunately, on May 11th, it seems that Title 42 is ending. Right now it's May 8th, so I don't know. This is a pandemic, people. So sad.